bigs in the NBA.
This is how basketball was intended to be played. A team offense, making the extra pass, moving the ball. This is the type of basketball that basketball people love to watch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful brand of ball for sure. Just a joy to watch. So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard in the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for Memphis, Morant and Bade in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in it. Center position. Now here's Brooks. Here's Morant. Blocked! To the inside. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Pass to Adams. Outside for Morant. Jackson against Zubac. For three. Adams. Rebound by the Clippers. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Morris passes to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Morris.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint. Not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
George. And the jam by George.
And we know George is a great shooter, but when he's attacking the rim like that, it gives this team a whole different attitude.
But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Morant against Jackson. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Zubac.
Not easy escaping Adams' wingspan as a defender. His reach helps him stay on top of you.
Morant, the pass to Bade. Oh, Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Inside. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Up top, Morant. Brooks left side. Pass to Bain. Clock at 6. Now here's Jackson. Back to Bain. Jackson, the screen. Bain, no good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Jackson, pass to George. And George with the jam.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title-contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Graham.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of. He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Morant. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces.
And it's Jackson on the take. Morris passes to Zubac. Not going to go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. To the middle. Here's Brooks. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. The kick out to Morris. Leonard for 3. Sinks it from distance. Leonard's got 5 now.
Amazing that catch-and-shoot jumpers were considered a weak spot for Kawhi when he came into the league. No one thinks that way anymore.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Back to Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Jackson, the pass to George. Beyond the arc. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers ahead, leading by a point. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers. Memphis trailing here. And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
Showing off that verve. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
To the paint. It's rebounded by Morris. George outside. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide-open man on that one.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Adams up top. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Leonard. George against Bain. Fades. Shot by Leonard, no good.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
The crossover, and Brooks with the layup. Brooks has got his first points of the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
George drives in. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac. The Grizzlies have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Jackson outside. Back to Morant. from outside the arc. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morant. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. So Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Back to Brooks. Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Out to the right wing. Morant, he's open. Here's Adams. And at last, they get one to fall. And now it's a 4-point Grizzly lead.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Morris for 3. The shot comes out, and Memphis taking it the other way now. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Back to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
George finds Morris, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Up top, Morant, defended by Jackson. Bain, the pass to Adams. Kept alive, kicks it out to Jackson from behind the arc. It's rebounded by Morris. Morris has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Leonard. 1:14 left in the first half. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Morant against Jackson. They get it back. And here's Bain. Jackson outside. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
The potential of Jaren Jackson is endless. A center who has a tremendous J.
Jackson against Morant. Out to Leonard. This one for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Bain's got his 4th rebound in this one. Memphis leading. Down low. Here's Adams. Jackson outside. Back to Adams. Oh, missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. The Clippers have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. George. The Grizzlies pull it in. Bain's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jackson finds Adams. Back to Jackson. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor. And
the previous play is under review.
Just yet, the officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is in. The calls, thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half.
The Clippers, 19.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you got to stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Green. Then it's Xavier Tillman. And it's Aldama in at the power forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins.
First team down.
Pass to Tillman. Well, Richard, as a former player yourself, what's your take on stars demanding trades and jumping around the league so much?
It's tough because I've seen the other thing happen to stars. Blake Griffin re-signs with the Clippers. They show him videos of putting his jersey in the rafters, and then he's traded a year later. So I think everybody has to figure out what is best for them, but you also have to try as an individual and as a professional to fulfill your obligations. And I think trades can be someplace in the middle of that. The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Wall, no good. Well, you talk about Wall speed, Richard. There are too many players quicker to start the break than him.
He loves to get out and run. If Wall has a chance to push it and catch the D off balance, he'll do it. Just the kind of mindset you want at the point.
6 to shoot. Green with the ball. Picked up by Powell. Tillman misses. The Clippers trail. Wall, the pass to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Outside Jones. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Wall. It's not going to go for him. Jones with some nice D. And he lays it up and in.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Wall with it. Pass to Covington. Out to Powell. Back to Covington. Goes back up. And is blocked. And he gets it back. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Covington's got 4 points now in the quarter. Outside Jones. Pass to Aldama. Back to Jones. On the wing, Conchar. Wall against Jones. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Wall against Jones. Wall, the pass to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
The vertical of Covington paying dividends. Fantastic job leaping up to slam it down.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Tillman. Powell with a steal. Wall, the pass to Covington. And the jam by Covington. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Here's Aldama. Wall covering. Jones against Covington. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way on Robert Covington.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple, solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
Covington finds Batum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Batum's got his first points in this one.
Oh, unselfish basketball from Covington. Now, his teammates appreciate his willingness to hit them when they're open.
On the wing, Conchar. Now covers. Back to Conchar. Covington grabs the board.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Jones. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Powell passes to Batum. And it's in there. And now a 3-point Clipper lead.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Jones drives in. Pass to Aldama. Tipped. And stolen by Covington. Up in time. No good. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Clippers on top, leading. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Well, the Clippers shooting it at 52%. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. The two-way threats of George and Leonard of the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Jackson Jr. get in the passing lane.
And the Clippers have possession. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Zubac. Morris down low. Defended by Jackson. George for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Moran. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Moran. Now Brooks. Jackson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Moran with it. Guarded now by George. Back to Bain. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
4th quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Moran. And he banks in the layup.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
Zubac passes to Jackson. Here's George. Count it and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Moran. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face, yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
Outside Moran. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight.
The kick out to Morris. Jacks up a 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Leonard on the wing. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Counted, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. So it's the Grizzlies now, trailing by 8. Outside Moran. Pass to Adams. Brooks with it. Jackson in his pocket. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Bain. Here's Here's Adams. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
George outside. Leonard for three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Right side Morant. There's a minute 34 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. No good with a layup. Pass to Zubac. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. They're running. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Out to the right wing. Adams finds Morant. Now here's Bain. Jackson with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Jackson can't get it to go.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
The Clippers in the lead. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard passes to Jackson. Brooks against Leonard. George outside. Leonard outside. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And the Clippers lead by 8.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Jackson, pass to Bain. Shoots. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Back to George. Jackson on the wing. Morris outside. Pass to George. From deep three-point range. And they get it back. So the Clippers win it. This was, thanks, Allie, great.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. And for Memphis, the wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. You know, the first thing you think of with both these teams, Greg, their athleticism. Some high flyers on the court tonight.
And, Kev, it's not just about the aerial skills, though. There are some guys out there who can flat out wear you down with their ability to run the floor. And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA, missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a 3.
Morant with the bucket.
Okay, check out the handles of John Morant. Wow, what a crafty player.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Morant. Morant against Russell. Back to Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. Gobert dishes to Edwards. Pass to Towns. A three-pointer off the mark. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Morant scanning the floor. And Morant throws it down.
Bread and butter play. Morant and screen and roll. He'll typically make you pay.
Russell kicks to Prince. Edwards against Bain. Here's Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Smitty with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games. A seasoned vet, Rudy Gobert, a double-double machine.
Here's Morant. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns with it. Outside, Russell. Prince outside. It's Edwards on the wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Prince. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Gobert can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Morant against Russell. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
Russell kicks to Towns. Outside Edwards. Back to Prince. This one for 3. No good on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Morant against Prince. For the 3. And it's Morant missing.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Towns against Adams. Towns, the pass to Russell. The kick out to Towns. And here's Edwards from the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Morant. Gobert with the block.
A sensational defender. You have to know when Gobert is in the area.
Here's Edwards. Great key that time from Bain. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Adams with the screen on Prince. Brooks dishes to Adams. Nails the baby hook.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 8. Russell finds Prince. Back to Russell. Out to Edwards. Offensive rebound. And Adams sends it back.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high. Oh, did you see that?
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Second team foul.
29 seconds left to play here in the first. Morant outside. Outside Jackson. Here's the 3. The rebound by Prince. Now Towns. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he dunks it down.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He got to double digits. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Edwards passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It doesn't get any easier than that for Rudy Gobert. His size is sometimes overpowering.
Morant kicks to Bain. Morant with it. Now guarded by Tom. And then Morant slams it in.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Timberwolves trail by 8. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Gobert trying to get open, and there it is for him.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Now here's Morant. He's got 14. Dishes it to Adams. Out to Brooks. A 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Prince outside. Passes it to Russell. Out to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Gobert. And the rejection by Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
What a night for John Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Russell with it. Now defended by Adams. Towns, the pass to Gobert. And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession. Hey, Steve, you've won an NBA title, but also you've got some gold medal memories. How does it compare, winning for a city versus representing and winning for your country?
Kevin, both incredibly proud moments. Winning an NBA title is awesome, but also winning a gold medal for your country, you said it, it's representing your country. It was a dream come true.
Brooks kicks to Jackson. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bain against Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break in Morant's catch. Brooks the pass to Adams. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards leading the charge. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's Towns. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
A nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
He's perfect from the line this time.
We saw glimpses of Ja Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Here's Morant. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Edwards against Bain. And a deep three from Russell. Another miss by Minnesota. Another level indeed for Ja Morant, his 3rd season Smitty in the NBA. And now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Kick out to Adams. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant with the bucket. And it's an 8-point Grizzly lead.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bain read the defense perfectly.
Minnesota calls timeout. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Russell inside, guarded by Morant. And Towns throws it down.
Man, that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish him.
Morant outside. From outside the arc. And they'll get another chance. Here's Adams. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
And stolen by Russell. So that'll be it for the first half. Very even battle underway in this one.
18. And let's go ahead together and kick out for the Rockies.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
We've got Green, and it's Aldama in at the power forward position. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And he's good on the second.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
And here's Jones. Down low. Aldama can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 3. Up the floor. Here's McDaniels. The kick out to Anderson. Pass to Rivers. Here's McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Back to Anderson. The pass to Noel. Can't tie it up as that one misses. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Green, the pass to Aldama, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Clark is checked in for Tillman. Pass to Reed. Rivers against Jones. Rivers kicks to McDaniels. He takes it in. Out to the wing. Anderson outside. 4 on the shot clock. Another shot, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Not explosive at all. Kyle Anderson is crafty. Nice play to draw the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Rivers against Jones. They kick it out to Green. Passes it to Concho. Over in the corner, Green. Here's Concho. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
Rivers dishes to Anderson. Can't get it to fall. Memphis leading by 3. It's deflected. Over to the wing. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. McDaniels passes to Reed, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
And he sinks the second. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Anderson with the block.
Nice block by Anderson. Can't get too high off the ground, but uses that 7'3" wingspan to full effect.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And that one falls for Reed. That one drops. He ties it up. 1:57 left to play here in the 3rd. Jones kicks to Green. Pass to Aldama. Move, and that's 2 points on the layup. Aldama's got 4 points this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The pass to McDaniels, and Reed has it in the corner. McDaniels up top, defended by Jones. They get it back. McDaniels kicks to Reed. McDaniels in the post. Working on Green. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Anderson from the arc. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. 1:06 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Jones looking for an opening. Out left to the wing. Here's Conchar. Shot clock at 6. Here's Aldama. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
And Anderson kicks to Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Clark, the pass to Aldama. One-on-one here. Pass to Reed. Now the dish to Rivers. Back to Reed. Outside, Green. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Grizzlies lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum. You're watching. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Memphis leading. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Kicks it out to Prince. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. They now take the lead. Edwards got the lead up to 1 now for Minnesota.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
It's Morant with the drop. And then Morant slams it in.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And there's the drive, and Towns throws it down.
You got to cut off these lanes if you're the D. When Towns spots one, he's coming through full force.
Morant kicks to Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Brooks against Towns. Outside Jackson. In the corner, it's Bain. Brooks, the pass to Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brooks kicks to Morant. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Morant against Russell. Stolen by Jackson. Bain passes to Brooks. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Brooks that time on the assist by Bain. Bain's got 3 assists now in this one. Gobert dishes to Russell. He kicks it to Prince. Back to Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards against Bain. Shot clock at 3. Here's Towns. And the rejection by Jackson. Got a piece of it. Towns with the steal. Gobert the pass to Towns. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Here's Gobert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
Gobert going to the line. The defense couldn't do anything but foul the big fella.
And Gobert drops them both.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Bain passes to Morant. And the layup falls. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Calling for the ball in crucial moments. Morant steps up when it matters most.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Morant outside. He feeds it to Jackson.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And let's not forget how dominant they've been defensively. Great job of forcing some tough shots, often leading to blocks.
Russell with the bucket.
And you want the momentum on your side, and Russell showing you how it's done.
Memphis trailing here. Morant outside. Sinks the triple. Morant's got 27 points.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Towns with it. Now defended by Bain. Out to Russell. Jacks up a three. Timberwolves keep it alive. Towns, the pass to Russell. Tries again. 4 on the clock. Kicks it out to Prince. Pass to Edwards. Over to the left wing. Towns for 3.
Some scouts were surprised when Jackson's wingspan was measured over 7'5". That's a huge number, especially when you talk about contesting shots.
Russell passes to Edwards, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. The guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And it's Brooks in the corner on the wing. Bain. Here's Jackson. It's good.
That is world class. Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're down by 4. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. See if they've got enough left to get over the top.
Thank you, David.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Jackson has the open look. Off target from three-point range. So it's Memphis picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Jackson in at the point. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Russell finds Towns. Pass to Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Russell against Jackson. Kicks it to George. Here's the 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
Russell, the pass to Towns. Outside Edwards. 4-3. It's rebounded by Zubac.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to George. Jackson against Russell. And a nice finish on the layup.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish. You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Minnesota with the ball, following the score by the Clippers. Here's Prince. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. They get it back. Here's Gobert. Misses in close. Russell against Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Towns passes to Edwards. To end the run. And it's powered home by Towns.
Towns slamming it down to show the defense exactly what he can do. That was a pretty dominant move by the Cat.
Inside. The kick out to Morris. And there's a 3-second violation. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Edwards. Towns against George. Back to Edwards. Deflected. It's George on the wing. Now here's Morris. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter here. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Jackson, pass to Morris. Jackson down low, guarded by Russell. Morris for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Morris has got 5 points.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Minnesota calls time here. There's 1:17 left in the first. And a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Gobert, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to George. To the middle. Morris for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Edwards against Morris. And the basket by Towns.
In the paint, Towns is just a nightmare for defenders. His size is a huge advantage.
Russell against Jackson. Morris for three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Timberwolves trail. Edwards, the pass to Towns. The jump hook. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Jackson with it. Let's go with a three. That shot off. And so it's Los Angeles leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They're and thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense. Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. Russell to pass to Gobert. That shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision, and that's a smart decision.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. Morris has gotten 2 of his 4 attempts to go from outside. Russell against Jackson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. With a steal. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Reed. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
An incredibly strong player. Leonard able to convert through the contact.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land. I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot. The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And, of course, he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
He does not get the second one. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Pass to Leonard. And here's Zubats. Jackson outside. Now Morris. Reed defending. Leonard outside. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to George. Here's Morris. The shot misses. Nice D from Reed. The Timberwolves shooting a rough 25% from the field in this game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability. But he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
And Minnesota calls time here. Los Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. The evolution of D'Lo has been interesting to watch, Clark. I like how he's been willing to play whatever position asked of him.
Yeah, I like that too. And he said it before himself that he prefers playing shooting guard. But I tell you what, he also looks very comfortable running the offense too.
And Zubac drops them both. And here's Minnesota now. A 12-point game. Russell finds Reed. It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Jackson, pass to Zubac. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Edwards. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
George passes to Zubac. Towns against Leonard. It's George on the wing. Fade away. Shot by Leonard, no good. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of this one. Towns passes to Reed. That one's good for 2.
Towns showing you his unselfishness there, willing to give up the rock. His teammate has something a little better.
Zubac with a screen on Russell. Jackson pass to Zubac. Drops in the layup for 2. Zubac has got 6 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim. You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Towns passes to Edwards. Back to Towns. Leonard pulls down the board. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. George drives in. Misses from short range. For Minnesota, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
George against Edwards. There's Jackson with the 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. 30 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Russell to pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
The shot, no good. And so it's Los Angeles.
The Timberwolves, 16.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Man, have we seen Reggie Jackson really have a great game.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him. And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Wall and Powell in the backcourt duo. Terrence Mann is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Batum in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Here's Noel. Gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break. That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Wall, the pass to Batum. Nice move. And it's good on the lay-in. Batum's got his first basket.
Well, that's an easy pass for John Wall to make. As soon as he spots his teammate wide open, he's dropping that dime on time and on target.
Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Here's Noel. Can't get it to drop. Batum with the defensive effort. Wall, the pass to Powell. Back to man. Wall against Anderson. Wall, no good.
It's always fun seeing the electric John Wall at the point. I mean, he's got a skill set really suited to running a high-speed NBA offense.
The three ball. Noel, no good. The Clippers shooting it well, around 55% for the game. And Wall, here we go. And the big finish by Wall.
This is John Wall at his absolute best. In attack mode, going right to the rack.
And teams have to tailor their defense, knowing that Wall is going to be running the break.
Well, the thing that makes Wall special to me, DA, is his blow-by ability. His speed, his passing, his decision-making combined. But it's that blow-by ability that sets him apart when he's healthy.
And that one's good. Covington
seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Minnesota calls timeout. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Anderson. Reed comes in for McDaniels. Edwards, he's checked in for Noel. And Russell is subbed in for Rivers. Russell, the pass to Gobert. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
To the inside, and stolen by Gobert. Edwards against George. Here's Prince. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe. You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the jam by Gobert.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Zubac with a screen on Russell. Jackson, pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Jackson's got 10.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
To the wing on the left. Towns finds Russell. Reed with it. Back to Towns. Clock at 6. And it's powered home by Towns.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Leonard for 3. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. 1:03 left in the third quarter. The layup off target. Jackson down low, guarded by Russell. Jackson gets the bucket.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy. Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And it's Russell, that time on the assist by Reed.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Kicks it to George. From deep, Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Reed finds Towns. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Good show of power that time by Towns, putting his shot up despite the foul.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time.
Rare sight. How often does he fail to capitalize at the line?
And the Clippers call time here. And so here are the Clippers. And here's Jackson. Morris passes to George. Back to Morris. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow! Makes his select. And so it's Los Angeles with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. More 2K action in just a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth. Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for Minnesota right now, the backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid, and it's Towns in at the 3. Leonard outside. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one. The Timberwolves shooting at 45% of the game so far. Russell against Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. And it's the Clippers on the break. Up the floor. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
With impressive quickness, Jackson is usually able to stay a step or 2 ahead of the defense.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots. Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Up top, Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Out to Leonard. Pulls it. 4 on the clock. There's Jackson with the 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter. Russell, the pass to Edwards. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. To the middle. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Edwards for 3. On target from range.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
NBA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Los Angeles has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Pass to Jackson. Now George. Leonard outside. Zubac with it. Jackson right side. Up and over Russell. Good work defensively by Russell.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Here's Edwards. Got a hand on it. It's George on the wing. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Here's Jackson. Kicks it to George. Leonard against Towns. Leonard can't get it to go.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort. And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Clippers.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
Jackson outside. Edwards against George. Leonard right side. Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Over Towns.
Really a complete defender. I mean, Towns able to do it in the paint and on the perimeter.
Crosses over. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective.
George outside. 23 seconds left in the final quarter. Leonard outside. Back to George. From deep three-point range. Reed with the rebound. Right side Edwards. Shoots over George. Ooh, great D on that shot. And it's off the mark. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight.
David, always fun to be on the call for one of these games, Brent. Conference rivals going at it. So much emotion. Teams that are very familiar with each other.
I love it, Kevin, and I'm so happy to be here with you for this one. This is going to be awesome. You don't get a lot of games like this, so hyped, where the crowd is really into it. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seats, should we?
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point. Going inside and finished off by Morant.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shot at the rim.
Jackson passes to Zubac. The shot by George, wide open. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Morant reaches to Jackson. From downtown, kept alive. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Morant drives in. Like at 6. Brooks with no one around. Misses the 3. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Knocked loose. Paul George with the steal. Driving to the basket. Zubac. That shot no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Brooks. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Morant with a wide open look. And he's good on the 3 ball. Morant's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Morris kicks to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside for George. Zubac trying to break loose. That's good for George on the assist from Leonard. He has 6.
And that last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Jackson against Morant. The shape. Zubac. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Leonard the pass to George. Passes to Zubac. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bain.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Leonard. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Morant looking around with the drive. Outside, George to the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Morant against Jackson. Morant passes to Jackson.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Jackson kicks to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
A really good job by Reggie Jackson just finding the shooter and feeding him.
Here's Morant. He's got 8. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I call an elite showman. Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Bounce to the ounce, Greg, yeah. Showing off the bunnies.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Adams. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
Morant outside. There's the three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. While other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. When you look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. It's good shot selection, great consistency.
Here's Jackson. Adams trying to free himself up. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Jackson. Jackson up top, guarded by Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years, but it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Brooks. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. 5 to shoot. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Adams. Morant's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies. Jackson passes to Zubac. Unable to get that one. Adams, some nice D. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And Morant throws it down.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
Jackson dishes to Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaren Jackson. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Brooks against Leonard. Morris outside. Leonard sets a screen for Morris. Back to Leonard. Poked loose. Stolen by Brooks. In the corner, it's Payne. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Brooks against Leonard. Brooks, the pass to Payne. Morant, right side. He kicks it to Adams. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Pass to Leonard. Stolen by Jackson. Morant with it. Already down by Jackson. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
And the second free throw, good. Clippers trail by 4. Now George. 10 points for him. In, and George with the stuff.
Just cutting right there to the spot he wanted to get to. Paul George being very aggressive on that one.
Morant outside to the paint, and the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. George dishes to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's George. Back to Zubac. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. And it's Morant missing. George against Morant. The shot by George, no good. Adams taking his time here. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very high-banging And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. In at the guard spots, Morant and Payne. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Morant with it. Now Covington defending. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here's Green. Inside. Here's Conchar. That one doesn't go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Jones against Wall. For the tie, Covington can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The lead is 2. The pass to Tillman. Batum with the steal. Here's Mann, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
Outside, Green. And with every season, Brent, it seems like the league gets more diverse and international. It certainly keeps the play interesting.
Well, the skill set of the younger players that come into the league is absolutely scintillating. And those different styles, those different techniques, that's the great thing about basketball is that you can find something within each player that you'd like to steal or borrow, but it's unique to them. And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Takes it out to Covington. And Jones pulls it down. Memphis leading. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Concha. Here's Eldama. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Covington finds Wall. Back to Covington. Now here's Powell. No good with the layup. Memphis leading by 4. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Aldama passes to Tillman. Clock at 4. Kicks it out to Jones. There's 3-pointers off the mark. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings. And that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Wall up top, defended by Jones. Wall passes to Batum. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Eldama. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here's Wall. Off with the layup. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Memphis leading by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And again, Memphis no good. Jones passes it to Concha. Goes back up. Got a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. .125 left in the third. Wall against Jones. Here's Batum. Trying to get something going. And he sinks the layup. Batum's got his first basket.
One thing that is not going away is Nicholas Batum and that length that he possesses. Great job on the offensive glass there.
Jones kicks to Green. Kicks it out to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, that's blocked.
Great anticipation. He's racked up a few of those blocks in his career, Batum has.
Outside Covington. Powell dishes the Wall. It's stolen by Green. On the wing, Green. Kicks it out to Jones. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block,
force them to the line.
For Memphis, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. No good on the second free throw.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Pass to Concho. And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. Grizzlies lead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Out to Morant. George against Payne. Shot clock at 6. They shoot again. And the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break to tie it up. And the rejection by Morant. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. That one goes in. Morant's got 19 points. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Well, another thing that has really stood out is just their effort defensively. Active hands, jumping the passing lanes, racking up steals. That's been impressive.
Morant finds Jackson. To the middle. Here's Adams. The second chance effort. Outside for Jackson. It's the three-point bomb. Jackson's got the lead up to 4 now for Memphis.
The wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
And Leonard has it in the corner. He dishes it to George. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 11 rebounds in the game. And finished off by Morant.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
He just powered that
one of the game's top dunkers. The Grizzlies leading by 4. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
It's almost hard to believe that somebody can throw it down like that.
It's a small club, right, Greg? I mean, it's a pretty small club, that's for sure. Exclusive. He can really rise up.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
Morant kicks to Bain. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal. The previous plays sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him.
All right, David, thanks. Grant, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The aggressive nature of Morant, taking initiative and daring the defense to get physical with him.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Jackson has the open look. That ball, nice speed that time from George. Jackson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Oh, this team believes in Reggie, and Reggie, trust me, believes in Reggie.
Bain passes to Morant. And 1:01 left to play in the final quarter.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Jackson from long range. The Grizzlies pull it in. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Morant with it. Guarded down by Jackson. Jackson kicks to Bain. Back to Jackson. There's the triple. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Leonard with the screen on Jackson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Bain passes to Morant. From deep. It's not going to go for him. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building.
Well, these two teams tonight, they are loaded with young talent. Doris, the future looks bright.
Well, they're loaded with young talent, and it is fearless talent. These are squads that are going to be tremendous to watch for the next several years. Tonight could be a preview of the next generation of stars to come.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. Adams, yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
Towns passes to Edwards. Puts up a three. That shot missing. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Adams high post. And stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Takes the three. The offensive rebound. Back to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him and keep him off the glass because he can be a force. Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top three. This is one of the most consistent elite defenders in the game. You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bain. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Driving to the basket. And Edwards slams it in.
A little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Doris with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And B.A., at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And then Morant with the dunk.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's Gobert. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Moran against Russell. Brooks outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the first. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Crafty move, and Edwards slams it in.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Jackson outside. Moran against Russell. Brooks from outside. Good, and the setup by Moran. Brooks has got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Russell up top, pounded by Moran. They grab their own miss. Here's Gobert. Oh, sweet move. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. From deep, Bain. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. side, Russell. And stolen by Morant. Pass to Brooks. Takes a three. Towns with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. And here's Edwards. Towns with the ball. Back to Russell. With 2 seconds left. Good work defensively by Brooks. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 4. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Memphis.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's Prince in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their 2nd winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success. I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Morant, pass to Brooks. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. So what do you think the keys are that can help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Russell against Morant. Jackson, pass to Bain. Now Adams. And the layup is good off the glass. Adams has got his 2nd basket.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Russell. Doesn't go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Morant with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. And Russell, here we go. Back to Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Up top, Bain. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Over Edwards. It's tipped.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
And then Morant with the jam. B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Towns passes to Gobert. A rebound by Jackson. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this 2nd quarter. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be. What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his 2nd season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Pass to Prince.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
To the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. Ooh, plenty of contact on that. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA
The previous play is under review.
Policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And that one falls for Towns. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Pass to Towns. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
If Karl Anthony Towns carves space and is in the painted area, it's going to go in the basket. He's that good.
Here's Jackson. There's 57 seconds left in the first half, and it's Brooks missing.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in those possessions.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, you love his toughness. You can tell that this young guy cares. The game is important to Karl Anthony Towns.
Morant finds Bain. Uses the glass on the layup, and the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Russell against Morant. Back to Edwards. Here's Brent. Well, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Russell against Morant. Pass to Brooks. The 3 is up. Hits the trifecta. And it's a 6-point Memphis lead.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
And so it's Memphis leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to
The Grizzlies, 27.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. We've got Green. Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Aldama in at the 4. Outside for Green. Here's Clark. Pass to Aldama. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. Now here's Jones. To the right side. Lets it go from deep. Aldama, no good. The Timberwolves trail.
After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft, where he was not selected, guys.
Outside McDaniels. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Doris, you got to give credit for how hard Reid worked.
Listen, the devastation of going undrafted can make some players hang it up or give up their NBA dreams and go overseas. What you love about Naz Reid is he got back in the lab, he went to work, and consider this, back-to-back seasons where he plays in 70 games and is a part-time starter. That, to me, is successful perseverance.
Green, the pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Rivers. And for Minnesota, they're shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Pass to Reid. A slam dunk by Reid.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Aldama from deep. It's tipped. McDaniels with it, and Clark picks him up defensively. this for the tie. McDaniels, that's good. McDaniels got 4 points in the quarter.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Clark. And that one's good. And now a 4-point Memphis lead.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Anderson. Back to Rivers. Driving in. And it's blocked by Clark. They're running. Jumps up. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. They'll pin that foul on Danny Green.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Both good from the line that time. 1:52 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Aldama. And he dunks it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Rivers. Banked it in off the glass.
What a sequence from Austin Rivers. That ball on the string, what a pretty dribble drive.
Kicks it out to Clark. Green with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. A minute 9 left in the third quarter of the game. And stolen by Clark. Jones in the post. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
For Memphis, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages him to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Here's Jones. Shot blocked. McDaniels inside. Green covering. And yep, it's good. McDaniels got 8 points.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Memphis has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Rivers, defended by Jones. Rivers' shot is off. Here's Conchar. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their keep. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Memphis leading. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And it's Brooks missing. And for Minnesota, they're shooting around 50% of the game so far. Edwards can't hit.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Here's Morant. Drives to the hoop. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Outside Edwards. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Russell against Morant. Back to Russell. Pass to Towns. From deep. Oh, stolen by Morant. And now the Grizzlies on the runs. Back to Payne. Brooks outside. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Timeout call, the Timberwolves. All right, we present our New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
Hey, guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. No shocker, the amount of turnovers was his focus. He told the team, stop giving the game away. We have to value the basketball, and we have to play smart. Clearly, he is not happy with the decision-making. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Jackson, the pass to Adams. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Jackson. Lets the three fly. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Towns. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, strength and the ability and willingness to embrace, absorb, and finish through contact. Karl Anthony Towns.
Morant into the lane. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Russell against Morant. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Jackson, pass to Morant. There's the drive, and then Morant with the dunk.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Prince with the bucket. Prince has got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
It's a real skill to be able to move without the basketball. Taurean Prince just looking for windows to score, and he does.
Morant against Russell. He can't hit that time. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Pass to Prince. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Russell. Right side Edwards. Here's Gobert.
The length and the size of Rudy Gobert so problematic for defenses. Nothing they can do there but foul him.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Outside for Brooks. Launches it. Good. And the setup by Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
Edwards against Payne. Outside for Russell. From the arc. Back to Edwards. From downtown. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Jackson against Towns. Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Towns down low, guarded by Bane. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, there's a level of assertiveness and aggressiveness that Karl Anthony Towns is bringing to the game right now, sending a very distinct message to the defense. You better sharpen up.
And so it's Memphis winning this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did.
Talking about this, what you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Close tandem for him. Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the 1. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Jackson kicks to Leonard. From deep. The Clippers get another chance here. Zubats finds Leonard. Back to Zubats. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 on the clock. Outside Jackson. Towns with the steal. Prince with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Edwards. And he drops it in from the low post.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Jackson looking it over. Offensive rebound. Zubats. Second shot opportunity. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Outside, Towns. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Here's Jackson. Will it go? No good from Zubats. Second chance shot. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Out to the right wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the number 1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling. First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
For whatever reason, they came in a little tight tonight. That should loosen them up.
Oh, here's Edwards. Russell finds Edwards. Outside, Towns. 5 to shoot. Russell inside. Jackson on him. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Russell's got 5.
Tremendous composure there. Clock running down, and Russell steps up.
Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. No good from Zubats.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Jackson against Edwards. Pass to Prince. Edwards inside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 9-point game. Leonard, no luck. And the Timberwolves with possession. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Edwards dishes to Gobert. Towns against George. The rebound by Paul George.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And the dunk by Zubats.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open. For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless. But they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
Clippers trail by 7. George passes to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Russell looking it over. Poked away. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by George. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Edwards with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Morris outside. Leonard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Prince, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter, Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
What they've done is they've looked to push the pace and transition early, and it's paid dividends with their fast break points.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince, and at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Prince. Right wing. Russell with it. Guarded now by Morris. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Clippers trail by 5. Jackson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Zubac no good. Zubac has gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Now Prince. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Another shot. Russell kicks to Gobert. Just 4 to shoot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Here's Prince. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Russell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Towns, the pass to Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Clippers trail by 3. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
So slippery when he's driving the ball. Paul George makes it look easy.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Edwards looking it over. He kicks to Prince. George against Edwards. Outside, Towns. To end the cold streak, and the dunk by Towns.
And that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish him.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And I think, Steve, now we see less real grudge matches than we did before. But do you like seeing those games where there is no love lost, where there is some bad blood and some contention?
Kevin, I love it. Yes, friends off the court, but on the court, you got to go at each other. And when it's over, win or lose, you leave it right there and you go back to being friends.
And here's Jackson after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Takes it out to Leonard. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside, Russell. Gobert down low. He's covered by Leonard. Gobert can't hit. Clippers trail by 5. Jackson passes to Morris. Outside for George. Fires the 3, and the 3 ball is good. George has got 5 points so far.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Russell finds Edwards. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Russell inside. Jackson on him. And Russell gets it to go.
An active competitor. Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
George passes to Zubac. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And there's the pass to Edwards. Prince with it. George picks him up. Edwards against George. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Just 5 to shoot. Prince outside. Over in the corner, Edwards. From outside, off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Morris dishes to Jackson. That's tipped. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Back to Zubac. Here's George. Comes up empty down low.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
All right, David, thank you. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell, what a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward position.
And you got to respect Wall's tenacity. This is a player who hasn't let injury slow him down. He always puts in a big effort and just pushes himself to give his all.
Now here's Rivers. Wall with some nice D. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the player. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. McDaniels passes to Anderson. The shot's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Trying to become a better scorer on all 3 levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
Now here's Wall. Covington inside the line. Wall kicks to Covington. And the kick by Covington.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. Noel passes to Anderson. Here's Noel. To the wing right side. Anderson outside. Oh, good on the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Wall finds Powell, so they take the lead. Powell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Rivers against Wall. Here's Noel. No points in the game yet for him. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And Minnesota has possession. They trail by 1. 6 to shoot. Here's Reed. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Rivers against Wall. Powell in the high post. And that one hits back iron. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Noel bangs home the trifecta. Noel's got his first 3 points of the game.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
Man can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Noel. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. It's Wall with the drop. Covington.
Getting to the rim. Covington has popped when he needs it.
Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Noel. Guarded by Powell. Anderson kicks to McDaniel. Driving the lane. Passes to Noel. Clock is at 3. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game.
It is great to see Wall back from those awful injuries, looking a lot stronger now.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. And so Wall nails both of them. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rivers against Wall. Rivers passes to Noel. Takes it inside. And the layup's good off the glass. Noel's got 5.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Wall passes to Covington. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Minnesota leading by 4. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Rivers can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jackson passes to George. And McDaniels with the block. Out to the right wing. Outside, George. Second shot opportunity. And rebounded by McDaniels. Anderson against Morris. Pass to McDaniels. Now Rivers. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we've reached the end of the third. Timberwolves lead by... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced to be wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Jackson with it. Now defended by Gobert. Zubats. Back to Jackson. Out to Morris. Outside, George. Clock at 4. It's good from long range.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
A drive by Russell. Can't cash in from close range. Clippers trail by 4. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
The defender all over.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
And here's George. Inside. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket for Morris.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Oh, here's Edwards. Excellent D there from George. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Towns. And Morris throws it down.
Just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Here's Russell. And he drives in, and he lays it straight in. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Jackson kicks to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Now, here's George to tie it up. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Russell passes to Prince. 1:56 left in the game. Nice shot by Gobert.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
George with the ball. Down low. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan. Zubac has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Man, that's about Coach Kirk's defense. I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Gobert, no good. LA's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson out to Morris. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Towns with it. Brings it up for the Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. No one here, Edwards, as he lets it fly. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Edwards inside, defended by George. Shot clock at 5.
That is world class. Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Now here is George. To the inside, Morris. Gobert pulls it in. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Here is Edwards. Looking to get it going. Money!
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a...